Well, my name is George Boomer, and I'm the founder and officially managing member of StatWizards.
What are the challenges organizations have that StatWizards can solve for them?
Well, StatWizards help companies address problems that it's very difficult to address in any other way. For example, what features should my product have? How will the addition of features influence the amount of potential market share? What price should I charge in a competitive market? How rapidly would a new product be adopted? If we were to introduce a new product, what feature would it have? Where would it gain share? Would it cannibalize existing products? And there are many others as well.
What are the applications of StatWizards tools for businesses?
Well, there are a number of them. The most prominent is through something called discrete choice analysis, which is a very fancy mathematical term for going out and asking people, what products would you choose in this hypothetical store? Or would you choose not to buy any of them? And so we present a number of different store shelves. And then once we gather all that information, we can put that into a market simulator in Excel that allows people to say, okay, let's change a feature of this product, let's introduce a product, let's remove a product. How are these features going to be appearing to different people, different demographic groups, different segments? And then the second area is something called Fader-Hardy forecasting models. This takes forecasting and drives it down to the individual level. It assumes that everybody's got a way of approaching the purchase decision. It differs for every single person. These two guys came up with a way to fit it to a curve. So what we're able to do is to make forecasts for every single person in a customer database.
What kinds of industries do you work with?
We work with quite a few different industries. We work with global 1,000 companies. I think the last count we span about 18 different countries. And also at last count, we've covered about 66 different industries. As of this morning, it's 67. I think we actually have a list of all the industries and the companies that we visited on our website. So I think it's this point, it's very hard to imagine an industry for which one of our products doesn't work.
Please share a StatWizards success story.
I've got a great success story for you. Years ago, we were working with a large telecommunications company that was entering the world of mobile communications. So they were designing handsets, and they wanted to know what features would appeal to customers and whether or not their customers fell into different segments that preferred different things from their phones. We were working on this at about the same time a group of engineers left this company to form a new one. The idea for this new company was to launch a series of low Earth orbit satellites that would provide mobile coverage anywhere on the globe. Great idea. The advertising company that was hired to make a projection for the number of units they'd sell told them they would sell about 1 million units this first year. Our company, which had invested $400 million in this new one at this point, wanted some confirmation for that number. So they came to StatWizards and asked us if we could do the same sort of market research we were doing for them, except do it for this new company. We did that, but our projections showed that they were going to sell only 10,000 units, which is a huge discrepancy from 1 million. The actual number came in at 40,000, so our projections actually were a lot closer. It led the investing company to pressure this new company into reconfiguring its business, and it helped project our principal company's investment of $400 million.
Give us an overview of how StatWizards work with their clients.
Well, StatWizards works with our clients in a number of ways. We can generally split our customers into two different groups. One is businesses who want to use our products and basically have very specific problems they want to have solved. So with them, what we do is we sit down with them, we discuss their problems, we see whether or not our tools can help address some of those problems. In some cases we can't, but in most cases we can. And those types of situations usually lead to consulting engagements in which our tools are used, and sometimes we leave tools behind, but principally we're working with them to help solve their problems, and that's our objective. The other group of people that we deal with are consulting firms. What they do in their cases is to use our approaches and our tools as another tool in their toolbox, so that when they work with businesses, they can use what we do as one component of the overall service that they're providing.
Which StatWizards features would you like to highlight?
I think the principal StatWizards feature we'd like to talk about are the features that are embedded in our end product, which is a market simulator that resides entirely in Excel. This market simulator allows you to specify a marketplace that's got a number of different competing products in it. And then it calculates the potential market share that each one of these products would likely gain over time. The advantage to this is that you can actually make changes to any products. You can introduce a new product. You can delete a product and see what the impact's going to be on potential market share. You can change features in a product, add or take those away, see the same thing. You can change pricing. You can see how these various impacts differ by market segment. You can also calculate the price that maximizes revenues or profits. And you can also figure out how much people in different groups are willing to pay for each feature. It's something that's very difficult to do in any other way.